Ali de la Cruz from the #1 music channel in the Philippines, Mix. And welcome to this very special MYXclusive interview. We have two international guests joining us. One is in LA right now, and one is somewhere in the US, maybe in Wyoming. He's currently on tour, so he's not really sure. But one thing is for sure, these are two superstars. One of them already has over 2 billion streams, and one has been, on everybody's playlists years ago, and now she is back with new music. And these two artists collaborated on a very special track called Yoga, and they have a very funny and very amazing music video to boot. So please welcome Rebecca Black and bbno. Woohoo!
What's good? Oh, my name is Cash Boy. I just I didn't. Oh, okay, my bad. That was my bad. But whatever. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Hi. Okay.
I'm good.
It's very ironic though, from bbno to Cash Boy.
Yeah, I messed up, but yeah, it's funny.
Now we know the real deal.
Yeah, all of my fans, they get mad at me whenever, like, I have this ad in CarMax on television, and people like send me messages. They're like, "Dude, like, I thought you're baby no money. Like, how does this add up?" So
Did it for free.
yeah.
Well, at least you're here, even though we know you're feeling kind of under the weather. But welcome back to Mix. I know you've been here like just last month to talk about your other song, Edamame. But Rebecca Black, I'm not sure if you've been to Mix for quite a long time now, but welcome, Rebecca. How are you? You look great.
Oh, thanks. I'm doing good. It's really cool to talk to y'all and see Alex.
Yay!
What's up?
Not much.
Alex, how are you?
I'm good. Everything. I had to walk 45 minutes. I walked 45 minutes to wash my clothing, and then I got there, and then like no one was wearing masks. There was no hand sanitizer, and then I put my clothing in, and then I went to the grocery store to get like a salad.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at it was like a salad bar thing, and I was like, "Hey man, like, how old is this?" And he was like, 2-3 days. I was like, "Bro." And then I got it. I got some quinoa salad, and I was like, "Can you like go outside of the mound and like go in so it's like, maybe fresher?" And I put some in my mouth. It was immediately rotten. I threw it out, and I was like, "Man, I just wasted like $8." And then I bought rice crackers, and I'm like, "I guess this is what I'm eating today."
Nobody tells you what tour is really like until you're on it.
Yeah, my girlfriend's jumping on tour really soon, and she doesn't like skin particles on beds. And I'm like, well, you're in for it.
Oh, no. Is that how you got sick though, or is it just like the overall fatigue of the tour?
Yeah, it's like fatigue. There's a lot of germs just by default, and like it's a lot of late nights. Like, this is probably the healthiest tour I've been on. I was like totally fine for 2.5 weeks, and then I just fell off immediately, unfortunately. But I'm almost out of it. I have like maybe 4 more days, and I'm good. I'm back to good to go. But unfortunately, Halloween's around the corner, and then I'm probably gonna go downhill a little bit. But what you do?
But at least it's a good problem, It's because you're on tour. Congratulations. I mean, in other parts of the world, aka the Philippines, we can't even go out of our rooms yet. We don't have shows here. We don't have concerts. So at least you're on tour right now. When's your next? Where is your next stop?
I mean, Rebecca, you can say, because aren't you touring soon?
What? I know where you're going next?
No, aren't you touring soon? I swear you and Kenny were showing me like photos of your like tour coming out.
It's coming out. I'm not going out until January.
Oh,
I did a couple of my first shows back since COVID at a couple colleges over here in the States. I did one in Connecticut, and I did one in New York, and that was really, really fun. It was crazy, but
Well,
Yeah, doing
Rebecca,
shows
since
is
you
so
have been, on tour before, what would be your advice to Alex now that he's feeling under the weather, he's on tour?
It's hard. I mean, be alone. Like, don't hang out with anybody. But I get sick
Really?
every time. Well, it sucks because tour is like one of my favorite experiences I've ever gotten to
Mhm.
have, and like I'm about to do it again, and I'm so grateful to be on tour. But like every time, it's just you're so physically close with so many people and trying to enjoy it, and you're
Mhm.
working your body so hard every night, and it's just like you're running yourself dry. So you're just gonna do it unless you're like legitimately only drinking emergency and like chugging like
Pedialyte.
Pedialyte, like all of the hacks and everything. You can do all those. But just like try to listen to your body when it is, which is what hopefully we've all gotten a little bit better at doing over this time. But
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I've set a pretty hard quarantine rule on my tour, but people are kind of starting to slip. But I mean, I haven't touched anyone. I've been wearing a mask during all my meet and greets. I've only like elbow dapped people. I I don't I don't leave the venue until every single person is gone. I sit in the back of the green. I'm like really not trying to mess around. It's kind of lame because like I love meeting people that like allow me to do what I do type thing. But also it's just like the show must go on and I don't want to like have to cancel more shows type thing. But it does feel very good to be back. And it's crazy the amount of energy. Like I did a show in Denver last night. It was like pretty much sold out. It was like 1,100 people, and like dude, it was crazy, dude. It was a lot of fun. People, I don't even have to sing my lyrics anymore. It's like, and it like that's the craziest part. People know my lyrics, and I rap a lot, and people like almost hit every single one of them. It's like heartwarming. It's cool.
It's so awesome. I can't wait to see the LA show.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun.
Ooh, you're going to the LA show. Any chance that you could be joining him on stage as well?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, little sneak preview right now.
Okay, well, we're gonna be here sitting and watching you guys. But okay, now let's talk about the Philippines. Have you ever been to the Philippines?
I haven't. I want to go.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to go. I grew up in Vancouver, and there's like a massive Filipino population, and like I like just grew up kind of eating some Filipino food. I'm not like the most well versed in Filipino food, but like I like have a lot of Filipino friends. So like eventually I was like maybe that's the turning point, eventually I'll get out there, but Indonesia blew up recently, Philippines now, come see come do a little
Do, do,
Southeast
you,
Asia
do you
tour.
happen to remember any of those Filipino food that you grew up eating?
I went to this place because my dad had a restaurant, not a
Mhm.
restaurant, a store, and there was this restaurant called Pimpin right beside, and it would be like this rice with like I think it was spam and like these really small spring rolls. I don't remember the names, and like these really
It's
small
okay.
sausages too. And like it was like a plate. I would always get it. It would be like $10 and it was delicious. And it was like a little bit different from some of the other foods that I would be eating on a regular basis. But I don't remember the specific names.
Oh, the rolls are called lumpia.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Can you
yeah,
say that? Lumpia.
yeah, lumpia. Yeah, that's what it was actually. Damn.
Exactly. Mark Bonifacio also said it in the chat. It's lumpia. Well, we're so hyped. To find out that you're actually eating our food as well. Rebecca, how about you? What's like your experience with some Filipinos maybe in the U.S. or online even?
I mean, I feel like over, especially the last couple of years in quarantine, I've been able to talk to so many people across the world again, which I kind of grew up doing in high school. Like I did a lot of online school and met so many friends like across the world. And so I've never been able to go to the Philippines, but I have worked with a few people who have spent a lot of time there, and they love it. Love it. And my whole family loves to travel. My dad is trying to like go and get out there. I'm trying to go with him. But I love the Philippines. I mean, I love it from afar, and I can't wait to love it up
Mhm.
close.
Oh, we can't wait for you guys to visit. Yes, I know. So please do visit when everything clears up. But for now, let's talk about your collaboration. So how did this collaboration come about? I've been reading the comments on YouTube, and people were saying like, "This is the collab we didn't think we needed." It was such an unexpected collaboration. So how did this all happen?
I mean, I think this is pretty much how it happened. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I made the song, and then Christian, the producer, Diamond Pistols, we like name dropped Rebecca in the song, and then I was like, "Yo, we should just like hit her up, get her on this." And he's like, "Do it." I was like, "There's no way she's gonna reply," and then like I hit her up, and you replied like immediately, and I was like, "Okay," and then I sent you the song, and then you sent the verse, and it was done. It was really weird because it usually doesn't happen
so
like that.
fast.
Yeah, it was super fast. And then yeah, I was like, yo, let's just do a drag music video. And
Ooh.
that was it. And it was fun. And
It's
yeah,
crazy.
everything worked out. And with my whole album, it was weird because like every single song that I made, like really just effortlessly came to play. I don't really know how that happens, but it did. So it's cool.
Wow. And how about for you, Rebecca, over on your side? Like what happened? For your perspective, like when Baby No Money messaged you, why did you say yes immediately? What was your reaction?
I mean, I was like looking at DMs one day, and I saw that like Alex had said something, and normally we talked about this, I think, a little bit. Like normally when people like slide into DMs, it's like, no, you're out. No, I don't want anything to do with this, because normally it's like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? But no, you were just like, hey, I have a song. You want to be on it? And I was like, okay, send it. Like, let's hear it. And it was so good. I like immediately, because it was still pretty, I want to say maybe we were like just coming out of our quarantine over here. So I was still spending a lot of time at home, and I learned to, become super self-sufficient during the pandemic. I like recorded all my own vocals for everything. And so I was like, well, I'm here and I like the song, and like I kind of know what I want to do already. And I just wrote something and put a bunch of vocals down for it and was like, well, let's see, what do you think? Let's see if he likes it. And I either move really quickly on stuff, or if I don't really love something, I'll like push it as far as I can. And I love the song. And I thought it would be really fun to do something. So I was like, let's go. If you really want to do it, let's make a song.
Yeah, that's usually how it works, honestly. I feel like every time I remember back in the day, Skrillex's Ausla hit me up and they were like, yo, write like 5 songs. And I wrote 5 songs in a day. And I sent them back and they were like, yo, these aren't good. And then I was like, okay, well, screw Ausla forever now. Or it was just screw that guy forever. I can't remember. It was like John or something. I like Ausla. But like, I was just like, when you get that like weird euphoric feeling and you're like, yo, I gotta go. And it's like, you just gotta write and you just bang it out. And it's usually not worth it, but in this case it was, because I was like, damn, this verse is like really good. I'm like what? Like, I don't know. It's crazy. It doesn't usually work like that. For instance, I've worked with this guy like Young Gravy bunch in the past, and like I ask him to do verses and it takes like months, and it's like it's just the way it is. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's the thing that was kind of like the silver lining of working through the pandemic, is I did so many things. Like I wrote so many songs just like this, and I wrote so many songs just on my own. And what I wanted to do with yoga when you sent it to me is like write something and just like let it go. Like you could have come back and been like, I hate this, or like never said anything, and I would have been like, all right, well, that's fine. I did what I wanted to do, and I would have tried other stuff too. But it's nice to like write something and then just like get rid of it and like let's see what they want to do, rather than overthinking and like letting yourself fester over some lyric that is fine, And I was stoked you liked it.
Well, thanks to your shooting for the moon, Alex, we now have this song, this bop, and Rebecca, thank you so much for saying yes, because now we can enjoy yoga together with its music video. But before we talk about the much talked about music video. Let's stick to the song first. Like, what does it mean? Like, what is the song about?
Man,
You can
all
go
right.
first.
Yeah.
Well, how did the song come up? I actually would love to know.
Okay, so I was sitting in the room. I was like, "Yo, you know that Dua Lipa song, like Levitating?" I was like, "That's what rocks." And then he's like, "You want to make something like that?" I was like, "Sure." And then he like laid down the bass, and I was like, "Do a little do a little dance, baby, kind of, oh, you know, man." And he's like, "Yo, that's hot." And then I just wrote that, laid it, and then we just kept on going. And I was like, "Ain't no chance." And like that's kind of usually how my music comes apart. As far as the context behind the song, you know, I don't got anything for you there, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
It's a crazy hook.
yeah, it's a catchy hook, but like there is no context behind anything I ever write. So it's just weird because there are artists that are like so like passionately like attached to the ideology of like writing music about real things. I'm like, bro, like how? Where do you get that? Where do you get that inspiration? Like, where is that coming? Why don't I have that? So yeah, the song doesn't really mean anything, but it's cool that I made a song with you, Rebecca, and it's a good song. And like that's how I kind of just like release music. If it's a good song, it's a good song type thing.
Yeah.
But,
It like captures a vibe, I think.
yeah,
And I'm someone who gets like crazy conceptual when it comes to songs and music and everything. And I think it's insane to see like someone like you just like say anything. Like just say stuff and it makes sense and it feels good. And like that is so crazy to me. Is like how the fuck do you just like, oh sorry, I might not be able to say that. Like how can you just like go into the booth or like write stuff down that like comes out of nowhere but is so well said and like it's great. It's great.
yeah, it's really like all the delivery because it's like if I don't know, I've always had a really good beat selection. Personally, I think my beat selection is kind of on point, and I feel like my beats carry me sometimes. But I mean, like beats usually do carry people. But yeah, I don't know. I after the 50th millionth interview I've ever done in my life, I don't know how to answer that question. That question always comes up, and I still don't know how to answer it. So,
But I love the authenticity. I love the honesty of you saying that sometimes it really doesn't mean something deep or anything. It's just really the vibe. But I was actually gonna ask like what you guys learned from each other from this collaboration. But I think judging from that question, from your answers for that question, I think I know now because you're very different. As you said, Rebecca, you're like this kind of artist who really conceptualizes things, and while you, Alex, you want to know how people do that and everything. So I guess that's one thing that you got from this song. Now, Rebecca, since you were in the lyrics beforehand, now that we realize that Alex already wrote this with you in it, what was like your reaction, or what's your reaction in general every time people like bring up Friday, which by the way it's Friday right now in the Philippines. Happy Friday.
it's a movie right now.
Friday.
It's a movie.
It's a Friday right now here. So Rebecca, like what's your reaction to this whenever people make references to that special day?
Well, I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of people that can be really unoriginal with it. And like, I think for many years, I spent a lot of time rolling my eyes at like bad jokes, but I love hearing people like throw it in like a fun, like unique way. And especially in a way that I didn't really expect. Like, I loved that. I don't think you ever even like mentioned to me before you sent me the song that like you put a lyric about Friday in the song. And I was like, oh, okay. And I love Fantano. And it was like right after before Fantano line. And I was like, oh, fun. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I get the same kind of thing with La La La. And it's like, at least we're those people. Like at least we're gonna die. And like, even if I have La 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 on my grave, like I'm still going down. Like like That's
well,
it.
and also like everyone whether I mean for us it's like a song or this like moment, but like everyone has that thing that they'll never really live down. And like if someone could be creative with it and like make me laugh or make me smile, like that makes it fun, you know, and like it not be some big like elephant in the room. So
But what was like the worst one that you've heard? The worst reference, the worst creative way of putting Friday into a conversation?
anytime someone's trying to like hit on me, like if you're like I used to be on like dating apps and stuff like that, and anytime you're gonna like first line is like something about Friday, I want to die. So
it's like, yo, like, let me take you out, like, perchance on a Friday.
yeah, exactly. I did
Dude, that's so bad.
Recently though, I got a DM that somebody said, "Is your name Friday? Because I want to get down on you." And I was like, now that I can get into, but like take me out on a Friday. Not bad. But yeah.
Yeah, like he knows the lyrics. It's not just Friday. There's get down there.
Where there's context, there's research.
Additional points. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but now let's talk about your music video for Yoga, guys. It is phenomenal. Everybody's eating it up. You just released it this month. It now has over 1 million views. So where did the idea come from to like switch places, switch bodies, portray each other?
I was talking to my videographer and I was like, yo, let's just swap. And that was it. Like,
yeah, Alex texted me being like, either we're gonna be pirates and do acid, or we're gonna like be gender swap and something like that.
Yeah. When it comes to like my music videos and like coming up with like that creative, it's literally like one thought and I just run it. Like I don't overthink it. It's especially with videos. Like I feel like if you overthink it, it becomes like almost impossible if you're trying to keep it in budget. But
True.
yeah, I don't know. That was it. It was a really good time. Doing drag is always a really good time. It just takes forever to get the makeup done. And then I'm like, okay, are we gonna get this music video done? I don't know, but it always happens. It always happens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was a surprise for us to see you in drag for Ima. We didn't think we'd see you again in drag for this song. So, how about for you, Rebecca? Was this your first time like portraying a male character?
Yes, and I love drag so much. Like I am so involved in the drag community in LA, and I like love like over here like Drag Race is such a huge culture. And so I was really stoked about it, and I was so excited and honored to be able to play Alex, even though I never want to wear facial hair again. So
it was so
why was it itchy and everything? Did you get rashes?
Itchy. Oh my god, the whole day I was just like half my beard was coming off, and like I'm used to wearing a lot of makeup, but yeah, that was crazy. But I was very lucky to be super comfortable. Otherwise, like I gotta wear sweats and sneakers all day, like 6 suits. Like Lex was in like heels and dresses. So it was
But I'm not sure if you were reading the comments, but everyone was commending the both of you for portraying each other. Like you were so great. But seeing as as you said, this was like, I mean, you didn't know each other before. You just DM'd each other. Rebecca, how did you like know how to portray Alex? Like Alex did did it give her pointers or anything?
No. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's just portray boy, because I'm like a child. So I mean, that's all you gotta do.
Well, I did hours of research, so no, I didn't really, but it was fun. Yeah, I just took a lot of big risks and chances, and it worked out.
And just lastly, Alex, like what was like the most difficult part of doing the music video?
Definitely heels. But no, those are heels, right? What were those nude ones?
It's like stilettos?
Stilettos?
Yeah, the stilettos. Those hurt. I have to wear like arch supports and like runners because my knees are so bad. And like, oh man, my back was thrown out for like a week after that. But Do it for the shop, baby. Do it for the art.
Mhm. Thank you so much for all the sacrifices you made. It didn't show in the video, but it's great to know that you're real people behind the scenes. But now, before we let you go, what is your message to all of your Filipino fans watching right now who can't wait to see you perform live?
Come to the show. Maybe Rebecca and I will tour Philippines. You never know.
Go!
You never know.
Yeah, no, thanks everybody for listening to the song, and I'm so glad everyone liked the video and the song too, and keep running it up.
Yeah.
Hey, so to everyone watching, please do stream yoga and vote for it on our official website, mixph.com, so we can enter our mix charts. But that is it for our time with Rebecca Black and Baby No Money. Thank you so much, Alex and Rebecca, for joining us. Once again, I'm VJ Aida La Cruz from the #1 music channel in the Philippines, Mix. Bye, guys. Happy Friday.
Yeah, Friday.